All right, folks, welcome on back here this Tuesday afternoon, 9/9, September 9th. Great to have all of us, though, back here inside our live trading room. I see Leda, Kathleen, Brad, Michael, Ron, all of our students just here. Give me a quick sound check to begin. Make sure that you are good to go for me and I am good to go for you. But otherwise, rejoining us back on social media, Facebook Live, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, the works right down below at Cyber Trading You. But I'll tell you what, we have had an incredible day, incredible week. I know it might be pretty often that we say that here, but it's true. But we don't really know what to expect going into each and every day. I mean, Sam said it from yesterday. One of our students, Sam, he's like, on Friday, did we know going into yesterday, being Monday, that we would end up trading that Octo stock that popped, 5,000%? Hell no. We had no idea that was coming our way. And we had no idea the CWD was going to run up as much as it did early this morning in pre-market, mind you. What we do know is that every roller coaster has a top. What we do know is that these low float, no name stocks, there's not really justification for this to move up 5,000% in one day. There's not really great justification for this CWD to move up 1,250% early this morning. Just to tell you, big trees fall hard, don't they? So CWD right back on down. We knew that was going to be the case. Octo is down 20% from the close yesterday. It's cooked. Now, with that said, I mean, hey, if we're trying to find the next 1,000% mover, let's just be transparent with ourselves. And you look at yourself in the mirror. I look at myself in the mirror. It's nice to be a part of those trades, but those are such anomalies. That's not really what we're trying to shoot for. It's not like we try and wake up every morning to say, oh, let's look for the next 1,000%. If it comes our way, if it falls into our lap, great. It's like Christmas all over again, right? Or Hanukkah. Either way, though, we got this new one here, QMMM. This thing just went berserk just before at noon Eastern. I guess it was up a lot already. But when you look at this graph, I mean, it's easy to say in hindsight now, like, whoa, it moved up 1,000%. Guys, can you imagine jumping in here at 20 bucks or 21 thinking, oh, it's going to go up, and then you just get destroyed, literally torn apart, your account ripped up, you get liquidated? These are casino stocks, all right? I mean, I hope everyone does well on these. I'm rooting everyone on, breaking out the pom-poms. It's all hugs and kisses from this side of the table. But you know that this is going to come right back down to 25 or 20 bucks over time. You know it will. Look what happened to MMA earlier today. This is up like 450, 500% early on today. Not everything is going to turn into the, QMMM. Not everything is going to keep trucking along throughout the day. These are really short-lived moves. Much more often than not, at least they are. So, Wiz, Ron, Dave, Joyce, Dennis, Tim, Tom, Kathleen, a lot of our students here took part in these trades, but I'll tell you what, you also took part in a few of these trades here too. You got the Rigetti, the APLD, Iron. All of these stocks are not going to move the 1,000%, mind you. But all of these stocks have great momentum on the long-term graph. All of these stocks have good volume. And hey, you got to love it when a plan just comes together, right? So we were proactively calling out APLD. We were proactively calling out Iron. A number of our students were on top of that. And then what was the other one? Rigetti, which I'm in on right now. The only other one I didn't have the chance to grab, it was just too damn strong. Not even up a lot percentage-wise, but I was also emphatically calling out EOS earlier. I just didn't pull back enough to my 680 afterwards. I called it out going into like noon. Just didn't. So it looks really strong, at least. I mean, this is also a pretty nice long-term graph. But remember, we don't need the shiny objects in the room to make money. We don't need to buy at the bottom, sell at the tippy top to make our day's pay. So don't beat yourself up too much if you're missing out on like the Octo from yesterday or the CWD from this morning or the new flavor of the hour, QMMM. This thing's going to crash soon enough. I think that you're going to find it a lot easier trading Iron. I think you're going to find it a lot easier trading the Rigetti stock, which not up as much, a little bit slower, but one that we've done well on throughout the day. I'm in on Rigetti from 1562. I'm in on the APLD trade right now from 1444. This looks probably the best out of the day trades that I'm proactively in. So what I'll do to start off, I'll put the APLD just on our list. It's up over 5%. It's approaching big resistance here at 15 bucks. So it's a great setup even from here. The iron trade, I'm also going to add to our main list, IREN. I'm not necessarily in this myself. I know a bunch of our students are at least. Actually, how about this? Let me ask right now, who is in on the IREN trade? I saw a few of us kill it earlier on this trade. Chuck V clocked out with about 65, 66 cents. I know that Wiz, Roberto, Russell, Leda were all following it earlier today. Kathleen, there you go, and Roberto as well. Cool. All right, great guys. So what we'll do, we're going to put the APLD and we're going to put the iron on our watch list. And Rigetti, I'm doing all right on it here, but we'll put this on our B list. Not up a whole lot. If it starts going crazy, that'll be great for us here in our room because that we had called out a small gap to fill here on the daily chart. So we'll see if it makes that move up going into the close, but not going to put it on our main list just yet. If you want me to, I'll add QMMM if you really want to twist my arm. I feel like this is going to come right back down soon enough. I mean, it's already moved up to 1,000% anyway. So what we'll just do is go from top to bottom. We'll recap any of the other movers from this morning, but we'll try and find stocks that are holding up better near the respective highs for a long or lows for short. So can't short the stock, at least QWD. It's at the lows, but pass on it now. All right, so we got a new flavor of the hour here, at least CDTG. My dyslexia kind of kicking in there a bit. Moved up nicely here, then crashed. Moved up nicely here, then crashed. Moved up. I think that you get the point, right? I think you get the trend. So just to tell you, at least, obviously it's up a lot percentage-wise. Hopefully this could become the next QMMM, and it goes up to the 1,000%. I'll add it. I have no problem adding it. I just don't want to build up a 25 stock watch list at the end of it all. And plus, otherwise, most trades will end up like ISPC here. Interesting, it's back up right now, but this is what I'm talking about. This is the shit that you don't want to be a part of here. I know it moved up a bunch here, got halted a couple times going up. It's a hell of a lot tougher to get out on a trade once it gets halted downward. So once you see it getting halted up, it doesn't make sense to just jump in again because it's like, when you play roulette, right? We don't want to gamble, obviously, here. But for any of my casino folks out there that like to go to the casino, when you do roulette and you have 5 blacks in a row, it's like, all right, well, kind of an interesting bet to go red this time, right? 5 blacks in a row. It can't be a 6th, right? Just to say here, halt to the upside. You got to expect a down halt coming in soon enough. So that's just the issue. These stocks are extremely tough to get out of on the downside. I guess it's back up now. I'll come back to it at the end of this meeting. I want to focus on stocks that are more liquid, that have a better chance of at least holding near the highs better. All of these are garbage. Not going to keep saying it, but you get the gist. NBIS, definitely not garbage. This couldn't be the furthest thing away, or this is, I should say, the furthest thing away from garbage. People are talking about just jumping in right now at $90, $92, expecting it to keep pushing. I think I'm personally going to take some time to wait to see this build out more, just to kind of see some shakes, consolidation. Perhaps it clears back over $100 again soon. But I would love to get a pullback down towards this wick, towards this low at like 86, 87, and then maybe get like a swing bounce on it in due time. That might take days or weeks even. So, I'm not too jumpy on it this afternoon. We'll come back to it when we need to. But if anyone held that MBIS over the course of the last month or so, congratulations. That's incredible. They locked up this giant deal with Microsoft. I think it was worth more than the company was even worth to begin with. So pretty crazy. VERI. I called this out earlier today when we were on the broadcast, myself and Fausto, and still kind of holding here. I like that. Good book, good spread, easily enough. Just put this on our watch list for now. Now we'll keep it moving. Keep going here, see what else we got. About time NACA starts to go, but does that mean SBET's going to go with it? And BMNR, all these crypto, Bitcoin-related stocks, this one's not doing it. The SBET might have a chance to do it here. It is coming back up towards that 1650. Not up a whole lot percentage-wise, but I can see myself putting this on our main list. And then just needless to be said, the NACA trade going right back on our list now. Looks like this dip down hits support right around 780-ish, $8. So I would expect this area to be resistance on the move back up here. The question is, can it reflip it back into support? If it could reflip that area back into support over the course of the next days, weeks, whatever, you got yourself the next big squeeze up. I'm not talking about like this move here, but just to go back on Naka, remember this stock went from effectively 4 up to 31 overnight. So that's what I'm talking about there if we can get that reflip. All right. Anything else looking good here? F-Cell, kind of near the highs, a little slow. Pass on it now. Bitfarms, a little slow, moving actually up a little bit better, at least compared to F-Cell. All this garbage. Cypher actually is not garbage at all. This Cypher trade's been moving pretty well with Iron. CIFR, IREN, they both kind of move similarly, brother, sister stock, cousins stock, whatever you want to call it. Also Wolf, WULF. So for any of my students here that are listening to me talk about Bitcoin and oh, this is a Bitcoin mining stock, not all of the mining stocks are good movers. I mean, they might be moving a little bit here and there today, but Mara has been just flat as can be for the last year and a half. Riot's actually looking somewhat healthy here recently. Long term, this might have a chance for a good breakout here coming up. That's nice to see. CLSK, dead duck. This thing's dead in the water. BTBT, same thing. But that's just where I'll tell you, though, just looking at the others, you got Wolf, WULF, Cypher. You got the Iron trade, which is our most favorite one here. So don't trade all of them. You don't need to. We'll put the main 3 on our list now: the IREN, the Wolf, and the CIFR. Those 3. Our ZLV not looking half bad there too. Assist. All right. I'll tell you what, there's still a lot more that we got to go through here. Like probably number 100's up like 5% really. So see if there's any other familiar names before we hop over to the losers list. SMCI, great morning today. It's actually near the highs now, sitting pretty nicely. Like that. We've traded this pony stock before, but traded it on better volume, better momentum. Pass on that for now. Billy, there's our APLD already mentioned. That's on our list at this point. UNH, this UNH trade's been flying today, hasn't it? So UNH, and you also got UNHG. So I don't mind kind of slapping both of those on our list just for this point. Like the ETF, you'd rather trade. It's double leveraged and it's cheaper. So, at least we'll put that on our list there too. All right, let me hop over to the losers side right now, folks. Markets are moving up. Probably not going to find a whole lot on the downside here today, but I got to do my job. Got to cross my T's, got to dot my I's, right? No surprise on Octo. Ondas, though, big drop overnight here. That has been one of the hotter drone EVTOL-esque stocks of late. About time this thing actually pulls back. I've been waiting for this to pull back since 280. Never really pulled back from there. So what was the news on this? A $200 million offering of 40 million shares at $5. All right, so it's kind of due, kind of expected. A lot of these companies plan for a common stock offering. They ended up basically executing it. So I'm sure over time this will come back up, but we'll pass on here for the afternoon. Wow, QS took a huge hit overnight, or I guess rather at the open today. It's at the lows, right? I mean, I could slip this on our list really if we need to. That might just about do it, really. I mean, HIMS is slumping off a little bit, lower highs. Energy stocks down today. SEDG, Array, Run, all on the loser side for right now, but I'll pass there. Planet Labs trying to go back up a little bit. This had a big pullback earlier today. I was thinking maybe we can get support to build off this 888 price, but if it's not going to go under then over, it broke under, pretty much just stayed under quickly, and that was it. At this point now, that should be a resistance. Wouldn't mind coming back to this trade maybe tomorrow, maybe later this week, next week. Definitely pretty healthy chart overall. So don't forget about this Planet Labs trade, but for this afternoon, I think there's others. All right, so real quick, going to hop back to our live trading room briefly here. Kathleen, Tom, Anna, Michael, all of us just here with some call outs. I'll take a look at them. Remember, if they don't have good volume, good spread, good trends, rip it up. It's kind of it here at this point, right? You want to focus on the best lookers, the ones that are moving pretty well. SoFi is moving up pretty well, at least across the afternoon. So good shout from Tom in terms of like the general move. Not up that 5%, so I'm not going to put it on our main special list. But don't get me wrong, this is a really great, not just day trade, but obviously Captain Hindsight comment here, but great swing trade, especially off the breakout from 17. Tom, are you in on this SoFi trade as a swing? If anyone's in on SoFi, we have been, calling this out frequently as a swing trade here and there. I did not take personal action on this trade at least, but you closed it, Tom. All right, as long as you made a profit at least. It's tradable, right? But if I put this on our list, I got to put every other stock that looks like this on our list. We're going to build up a 217 stock watch list. So right now, I'll pass on it, but it looks good. Wrap down 11%, not a surprise. What goes up comes back down. Can't really short it though there, Mike. And then the bond trade, it's up 20%, but this trend is not worth the time there. It's all right. Remember, you got to focus on good direction, good trends. So even on my, Rigetti trade, it's going up, but there's other trades that are up more percentage-wise that will likely prioritize first. You know what I mean? So that's how we essentially look to scan the market, build up our watch lists going into the morning, going into the afternoon. We teach that throughout our curriculum, the Phase 1 stock course. Coinbase had a good morning today, and that's actually still going. Yeah. So Coinbase, I don't, again, we can't put every stock on our watch list, but trying to find room here, Mike. This Coinbase definitely fits the mold. And the ETF more in particular, because it's cheaper, double leveraged, right? So Coin, Conel, and that I think will do. Even if we see a couple more that look good, look all right. Listen, if you really want to trade it yourself, keep it to yourself. We're going to focus on these to begin here, folks. So, Mike, we slipped that Coinbase on there for you. It looks good. Like it. I mean, let me tell you, when you got that big of a watch list here, I think there's like 11 or 12 different tickers I already have on there. Less is more. We don't need to build up a big watch list, have 12 different charts up on one screen, have 16 different monitors up. I got two screens here, guys. I got two screens. I got this and I got this. That's pretty much it. So I'm showing the trading room on one. I got this screen on another. And then otherwise, I got Bookmap. I'll toggle in between, of course, but less is more, right? So let's start and stick with what we got. We'll be back on the mic coming up in just about 15, 20 minutes from right now. If not myself, then Rich. And then, again, for all of us on social media, Facebook Live, LinkedIn, Twitter, etc. Actually, how about this? If you want to join our live trading room, feel more than free to do so. Go right down to the link scrolling down below on the bottom. But actually, coming up, if I'm not mistaken, we got a live workshop tomorrow afternoon, 12 o'clock Eastern time, open house webinar with 36+ year pro Fausto. So scan that QR code right there. If you're not as fancy with your phone, with your camera, all you got to do is like flash your camera at it. You're good to go. Go to the link right there. You see it in tiny font, ctu.co/free. Take you to the same webpage there to register you for our event tomorrow afternoon. But, otherwise looking forward to having you with us. And then otherwise we'll be back on the mic coming up in just a few minutes for our students. Talk to you then.